motion before us is on the need to protect Nigerians from the harmful effects of Fanta and Sprite beverages produced by the Nigeria Bottling Company. The House recalls recent publications on two of the products of the Nigeria Bottling Company, Coca-Cola Company, which could cause severe and or terminal harm on unsuspecting members of the public. Note that Sprite and Fanta, which are products of the Coca-Cola Company, are said to contain unhealthy concentration of benzoic acid and sunset additives, which become poisonous when combined with ascorbic acid, vitamin C. The House is cognizant that the drinks which were produced in Nigeria were tested by the United Kingdom Health Authorities, Stockport Metropolitan Borough Council's Trading Standard Department of Environment and Economy Directorate, and were discovered to be harmful for human consumption. Aware that the Coca-Cola Company has now been ordered to inscribe a warning on Coke, Fanta, and Sprite bottles, stating that the drinks must not be taken with vitamin C. The House also aware that the company's response to this revelation is that they never intended for the drinks to be taken outside the country, which in other words means that they were produced for consumption in Nigeria only. Concerned that the intake of vitamin C among citizens is very high, thereby making Nigerians highly prone to the destructive effect of combining it with the deadly Coca-Cola products. The House is worried that the consumption of Sprite and Fanta with high concentrations of benzoic acid and sunset yellow additives with vitamin C could result in cancer and other diseases. The House is determined to ensure an environment that produces consumables and products which are healthy for consumption and satisfy international health standards and best practices. The House is resolved to constitute an ad hoc committee to investigate the production and distribution of the drinks by the Nigeria Bottling Company Limited, Coca-Cola Company. Mr. Speaker, I so move. Speaker, dear colleagues, the meat of this motion has to do with the presence of benzene in soft drinks. Benzene in soft drinks. The major cause of benzene in soft drinks is the decarboxylation of benzoic acid in the presence of vitamin C, ascorbic acid. When you have benzoic acid is an additive. It's being used to preserve. When you have it with vitamin C, the reaction will bring about benzene. And benzene, dear colleagues, it is important we listen to this, because we have our children, we have our people taking vitamin C anyhow. But when you use vitamin C with Fanta or Sprite, the combination will bring benzene. And benzene is carcinogenic. It causes cancer. That is the meaning. So it is worldwide accepted that the presence of benzene in soft drink should be in the content must be minimal. It should be about 150 milligram. Abroad, it has been controlled to about 150 milligram, but in Nigeria here, it is about 250 milligram, which is very high. The concentration is very high. So when you take it with vitamin C, you are bound to have cancer. So, Mr. Speaker, God created man to live, to multiply, and be fruitful. So when one goes out to work and you have struggled very well, hoping to enjoy the labor of your, the fruit of your labor, and suddenly you now take vitamin C and Fanta or Sprite. Then the next thing is to do what? To be buried. Who knows, Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, that those people that have died of cancer, who could tell whether it is due to this? So, Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I appeal to the House that we support this motion. Thank you.
Whether the harmfulness relates to the products or the combination, because Coca-Cola is a global brand. Are we saying that the Coke being produced in Nigeria is different from the Coca-Cola you take elsewhere? Yeah, is it the Coca-Cola? I want Honorable Rotimi to address this so that we understand it clearly, please. Is it, sorry, let me raise the question and then you can address them. Yeah, whether in the course of that court case that the leader alluded to, whether it was the contention before the court that the products being marketed in Nigeria are different in some form from the products of that company in other jurisdiction, number one. And whether it was the finding that the Coke, the Fanta, the Sprite that you're talking about in themselves are harmful, or the combination of those drinks with vitamin C, as you pointed out in the body of your motion. Those facts, I think we have to get them right before we can move on.
Mr. Sweets generally are additives. They are used as preservatives. But let me tell you what they found out from what the court said, what they told the court, and what they told the laboratory that did the investigation. They said that the company's response to this revelation is that they never intended for the drinks to be taken outside the country, which, in other words, means that they were produced for consumption in Nigeria only. The point is this: the concentration of benzoic, the concentration in other parts of the world, apart from Nigeria, the concentration is 150. But in Nigeria here, the concentration is 250 and above. So when you have, Mr. Speaker, please, from that analysis alone, it is different. 150 in other countries, apart from Nigeria, but in Nigeria, the concentration is 250. And when you have the reaction, under certain conditions, Nigeria, heat and light, you are bound to have cancer.
Is it all the products, or Coca-Cola, or just Sprite and Fanta?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues.
Order, please. Honorable members, please. Silence. Order, honorable members, please.
Sprite and Fanta, those were the ones that were, determined by the court. But here, we want all to be investigated. All drinks by Coca-Cola. Thank you.
Okay, just Coca-Cola. I'll put the question. Those in favor of the motion as amended say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it.